Hi, second graders. Today we're going to be learning about suffixes. So yesterday we talked about prefixes. Prefixes are a cluster of letters, and remember that they're not a full word. They're just a part of a word that go at the beginning of a word to change its meaning. So yesterday we talked about the prefixes re, R-E, and pre, P-R-E. Today we're going to talk about suffixes. Suffixes are similar. They are a cluster of letters. They go at the end of the word instead of the beginning. They do the same thing where they change the meaning. So let's read about it. A suffix is a word part, right? A word part. It's not a full word. It's just part of a word. So it's just letters that is added at the end of a word. A suffix changes the meaning of the original word, or what I was calling it, the base word. The suffixes er and or mean someone who does. So a leader, which I underlined, is someone who leads, someone who does something. So a leader, we hear that word all the time. This er is a suffix, just meaning a person who leads, someone who does. A collector then would be someone who collects. Leader, as you can see, and collector, we break them down into the base word here. I'm going to put B for base word. And then the suffix. So the suffix is really important because it tells us a little bit more about what that base word is. So these two suffixes are referring to people. So for example, teacher. I'm a teacher. I'm someone who teaches. So when you spell teacher, you have ER at the end. That's the suffix. Or a doctor, right? We have that OR at the end. So it just implies that it's a person. It's someone who's doing a specific thing. So there's that example of teacher or visitor, right? We have that OR. So the word visit, it's a word by itself. And when we add OR, we're not referring to a visit. We're referring to a visitor, which is someone who visits. Or a painter, an inventor, a builder, a sailor, an actor, and a writer. So all of those things have base words or original words that tells you what this person can do. They can paint, they can act, they can invent, they can write. So let's try number 1 together. We're going to look at the words that we have in our word bank that have the suffix er and or and see if we can figure out, knowing the meaning of the base word, if we can figure out which ones make sense in these sentences. So number 1, the blank builds the house. Okay, there's a little key word. The someone or the something builds a house. Well, a teacher could definitely build a house. Teachers can do a lot of things, but probably wouldn't make the most sense here. The builder builds the house. That would make a lot more sense, right? So that word is going to be builder. So go ahead and try the rest on your own. And remember that ER and OR just tell you what the person is able to do. When you're all done with this page, we are actually not going to do any other suffixes today because this is already 2 suffixes. So we're going to do 2 more suffixes later in the week, but this is the only page you're going to do today. Have fun, and I will see you work on Seesaw.